Okay, so let me change the question. If one had to go, like you heard it from Mark Zuckerberg, he said we could only keep one of them. Which one are you axing? Is it Reels or DMs?
I'm axing Reels.
To
Honestly,
Reels.
the introvert in me wants to say goodbye to the DMs, but the business owner in me knows the DMs will be more valuable.
Okay. Well, let's just put it like this. I've used Instagram longer with DMs than I have with Reels. I don't mind the world of Instagram without Reels of what it was before. I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine. Reels is only 2 years old now because we talk about it, we post about it all the time, but it's only 2 years old. It came out in top Instagram DM features you should use. Now, we know Instagram last year has been updating like almost every 48 hours for an entire year. And messaging has been a really big part of that. The amount of changes that we've seen that you are able to do in direct messaging is really significant from where it first started at the beginning of the year. With Sarah and Taylor here from Social and Stuff and Flair Digital Marketing, respectively, we're going to go around and discuss some of our favorite features on or from the DMs. So, which feature do you believe has a bigger beneficial impact on Instagram? Is it DMs or is it Reels?
Honestly, this is a tough one for me. I think they both serve different purposes almost and like complement each other. I think Reels are really great for expanding your reach, finding those new people, and starting to build a connection with those people. And then DMs almost take it that step further where you can talk with them about it and actually nurture those sales and build that one-on-one connection that with Reels, especially once you start getting a bit more views and a bit more comments, it can be harder in the comments to build that connection with people.
That's a good point with the comments in regards to Reels. And sometimes you're open to whoever comes across your Reel.
Yeah.
It might not necessarily be your target audience, so you are susceptible to that as well. How about you, Sarah?
I agree with Taylor because yeah, they both serve kind of different purposes. Our DMs are so great for nurturing, building the connection, and then Reels is kind of like that visibility boost. So they do kind of like go hand in hand, I would say. I don't know if I had to choose one. I don't know if I could choose one, but yeah, that's a tough one because it's like you got the Reels are great for visibility, and then you gotta chat to them in the DMs. So
Okay, so let me change the question. If one had to go,
yeah.
one of them got to go. Like you heard it from Mark Zuckerberg. He said we could only keep one of them. Which one are you axing? Is it Reels or DMs?
I'm axing Reels.
Honestly,
Reels.
the introvert in me wants to say goodbye to the DMs, but the business owner in me knows the DMs will be more valuable.
Okay. Well, if I had to ask any one of them, I think it might be Reels as well. Let's just put it like this. I've used Instagram longer with DMs than I have with Reels, and I don't mind the world of Instagram without Reels of what it was before. I mean, it's kind of hard to imagine. Reels is only 2 years old now because we talk about it, we post about it all the time, but it's only 2 years old. It came out in 2020 in Brazil, if I remember correctly, in Brazil first, where that's where they tested it. And it's Instagram's baby now, but DMs came out in 2016. We had it almost a full 4 years earlier, and I think it's evolved faster and it's become more of the culture in a way, a little bit more than Reels. Although Reels is, it's a sexy thing right now. Everybody's dancing and creating these special transitions, but that's just my thought on that. For those that are watching, I want to know, what is your favorite feature from DMs? Because we're going to get into that right now. What is the top Instagram DM feature you think more people should use?
I would say the voice notes because I feel like that's just like the quickest way to just speed things up and really just get to know someone. Honorable mention, I guess the video one. I don't really use the video one unless I'm sending kind of like a how-to or trying to like explain something. I would say I probably use the voice note like by far the most out of everything.
Yeah, honestly, I was going to say the same thing as the voice notes because I get such good response from them. People are like, wow, like you took so much time. And really, I mean, it was less time because you're speaking and not having to type it all out. And it's good to get them talking as well. I feel like they open up more when you're actually chatting instead of feeling like you're just talking to a screen. But my honorable mention, which honestly is a little bit of like a tedious feature on DMs, but I personally love it, is that you can change your emoji that you like things with. I don't know how else to explain it, but mine is a little
Oh,
pink heart instead of the typical, like when you double tap, it does a red heart. So you can actually
okay.
change those to be any emoji that you want. So I changed it to little pink hearts because it just feels on brand. But I think it's fun. It's a cool, unique feature that you can use to maybe even like show someone there's a unique feature in DMs when you're chatting with them. They might be like, oh, how'd you do that? That's how
Well,
I found
I'm
it
one of them
actually.
because I did not know you could do
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know
I'm
that
one
one
of
either.
them.
Yeah, yeah. So if you ever see me liking things, it's always the little pink hearts.
That's really great for branding. As you're using it with your pink logo, that's awesome. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with all of you guys in regards to audio voice message. I usually generally with people that I am familiar with. I don't send my voice messages to others that I've never had a conversation with. That's just my practice. But I get the same response from you guys. Usually people are a little bit more opening to doing it. Sometimes they will respond back to voice messages with their own voice messages. So it's almost like a voice call, but delayed in a way. It's kind of fun that way, you know. It's definitely a little bit more authentic. Sometimes you hear what's going on in the background. You're like, oh, where are you? Oh, I'm outside walking, you know. So it leads to some great conversation as well. My honorable mention, I love group chats. It makes things a lot easier when you're talking about a particular topic or you have a specific group that's focused on one thing. It's so easy to do. You can even do it now with subscriptions. You do have your own subscription. You could have particular group chats. I believe up to 30 people in one group.
Hmm.
And you could actually have like a little Q&A in the DMs with 30, with I would say 29 different other people that are actually paying for your subscription service on Instagram. So that's another actual cool feature that they just announced this year. But that would be my honorable mention. And I'm quite sure everybody watching has some of their own favorite features in regards to DMs. So I want to know from you guys, what are some of your favorite features with DMs? Is it the audio messages like we all kind of agreed upon? There's so many different ones that it kind of gets hard to keep up with them. But I want to know from you guys. Put it in the comments if you guys have any favorites. I hope that you guys were able to learn a lot, get a lot of insight from our conversation. I was joined by the amazing Sarah of Social and Stuff, Taylor of Flair Digital Marketing. And I think what we shared with you guys would help you move further. And as I just stated, and I always like to kind of end with, it'll help you step your game up.